accessing super creativity. In 1988, Csikszentmihalyi defined flow in terms of an optimal balance between high levels of challenge and skill. And he noticed other elements of the flow experience: a sense of sufficient control, being unself-conscious, that wonderful combination of being concentrated and relaxed, having clear goals, but also having suitable feedback, and a sense that one's awareness of the situation blends with the actions that are required in that situation. He noticed that people in flow are not concerned with an immediate payback. It's delayed gratification. The pleasure comes afterwards. He gives a nice example of someone climbing a mountain. While you're halfway up, you don't stop to think how much fun you're having. You need to concentrate on the job in hand. It's when you get to the top that there's that, yes, we did it, feeling. Csikszentmihalyi considers flow to be an optimal state, a way to have a happy life. And he thought that the kind of people who can get into flow are those who have an autotelic personality. Autotelic, a self-developed sense of purpose. So you don't have to do something because you're paid for it or because someone tells you to do it. You do it because it just seems worthwhile for its own sake to you. It's the kind of people who climb Everest because it's there. But many of us would like to get into flow right now. We'd like to get into the zone for a moment of high performance. And we don't really have time to wait to change our entire personalities. So is there a shorter, quicker, easier way to access the super creativity of flow? My hypothesis is that flow and being in the zone are altered states of consciousness, something rather like hypnotic trance. And I noticed that the characteristics that Csikszentmihalyi identified, these characteristics fall out into opposed pairs. So we need that high level of challenge and the matching high level of skill, an opposing pair. We're very intensely focused and concentrated, and yet wonderfully relaxed, an opposing pair. We've got a sense of enough control, yet in another way we're unself-conscious, an opposing pair. We've got clear goals and we're getting the feedback related to those goals, another pair. And the delayed gratification that Csikszentmihalyi noticed is related to the idea of time distortion, which is important for flow, for being in the zone, and is characteristic also of hypnotic trance. So we have all these pairs of elements, pairs that in a certain way are self-contradictory. The challenge and the skill, the conscious control and the sense of not being self-conscious, the goals and the feedback, the awareness of the situation and the instantaneous action that seems to flow straight from that awareness. All of these pairs are operating at a high level, and the deeper we want to go into flow, the more intensely we want to be in the zone, the higher we have to push the levels of these opposing pairs. And of course, this is exactly what happens in hypnosis. Perhaps the most obvious pair in hypnosis is that combination of focused concentration, follow the swinging pocket watch, combined with relaxation, and you feel your eyes closing and you're relaxing. It's a cliche of inducing hypnotism, but it's a cliche that tells us something important, that this combination of concentration and relaxation, this opposed pair, can be typical of a trance experience. And so my hypothesis is that we can use our knowledge of hypnosis to set up more and more of these opposed pairs of flow and the zone, so that we can access these altered states of consciousness when we want to, when we need to. And at the root of all of this is one more opposed pair. That's the intensity of the experience, the intensity of the learning situation in flow, or the intensity of the performance in the zone. So intensity is paired with what's called in hypnosis dissociation, that feeling that somehow wonderful things are happening, but it's not you that's doing it, it just comes from somewhere. By pushing both of these, the intensity and the dissociation, and keeping them at the right balanced level, we can enter these altered states of consciousness. We can access this super creativity.